Hello, everyone. My name is Martin from Finance Oracle. It's been a while. I took a short break. Sorry, my viewers. It was just because I couldn't help it, but now I'm fully back and I'm stronger. Well, today I'm going to be discussing in a totally different dimension, and I would like you to listen carefully because I'm sure this lecture is going to help you pretty well. Well, I'm going to be discussing something different because a friend of mine reached out to me and said, Martin, give us updates. So today I bring you update and I want to give you this update. So I would like you to listen carefully, and if you don't mind, you may make notes or you may play back this video and make notes wherever you get the points that will help you. Well, today I'm going to be talking about employment-based immigration to the Gulf countries. Yes, if you go online, you see a lot of people talk about immigration, but hardly do you have the ones who talk about immigrating to the Gulf countries. So today I'm going to be talking about employment-based immigration to the Gulf countries. I know you know what the Gulf countries, and I'll be talking about this soon. But I would just like to highlight a few advantages working in the Gulf countries. One of the advantages is that it's tax-free. There are good salary offers. Most jobs comes with free accommodation, which means free accommodation, free water bills, free electric bills. Most jobs comes with free car, official car for your job. And again, there are strong and stable currency. Their currencies are strong and stable. They are fixed, they never shake. And again, the job opportunities are mostly good. So when we talk about employment-based immigration to the Gulf countries, it varies depending on each nation, and they have all their specific objectives and requirements. But then the Gulf countries include Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates (UAE), which most of you call Dubai, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, and Qatar. So 6 of them are the Gulf countries, and they all have their specific regulations and criteria for employing foreign nationals. I want to give you an overview of some general information about how you can go about it. Number one is, for you to get into the Gulf country, you would need an employment visa. So, and this employment visa is going to be given to you when you have gotten a job. And your employer will become your sponsor, and they will play a good role to ensure you get your visa approved. So, which means the first step to get a job or to come to the Gulf countries is to get an employment. So when you get an employment offer, your company, which becomes a sponsor, will sponsor your visa, and you get an employee visa, which is usually 2 years. Because in the Gulf countries, the contracts are usually 2 years renewable. Then after then, of course, for you to do this, you need to look at eligibility criteria. Some countries have their own eligibility criteria, but mostly their criteria are almost the same. You need to have experience, you need to have some qualifications, specialized skills, and then again you need to search out specific industries that they are employed for. There are some jobs that they will not accept to give you if you are a foreign national. For example, let me say taxi driving. You don't come to say, no, I want to come to the Gulf country to become a taxi driver. They will not, because there are a lot of persons here who would want to be a taxi driver. So they don't really care about getting a foreign national to become a taxi driver. You say, I want to come and do Uber in Gulf, this will not work. But technical jobs, high-skilled jobs, even low-skilled jobs, like baristas, serving coffee in the shops. You can get this hairdresser, and all that. Then high skilled jobs, engineers, doctors, nurses, you know, technicians, accountants, financial controllers, all these ones, a lot of them, salespersons and all that, they are all open to different nationals. So it is important for you to understand the requirements of the country which you're thinking of going to. Then you can, based on that, start making your application. And some countries may be needing more engineers, whereby some countries will be needing more medical professionals. So it depends on which of the countries. So you check what is applicable. Mostly the Gulf countries, technical jobs like engineers, technicians, accountants, all those are highly sought for, including doctors and nurses. So, but again, many other unskilled jobs like welders, carpenters, and all that are well suited for. So, like I said before, you will be needing a sponsor, and your sponsor is going to be your employer, who will be providing you with a visa that will help you to get a legal stay in the GCC. There are some legal documentations which you would need for you to come to the GCC. Of course, the passport is very important. Sometime again, the education qualifications, the education certificates, proof of work experience, health checkup, and sometimes police clearance certificate is required. Well, to be honest with you, if you are experienced, some employers will not even ask you for your qualification because they want to deal with your experience. But of course, most employers will do so. But there are a few who don't care to ask. But that doesn't mean that you have to put in things you don't have in your CV. You have to be truthful, you have to be transparent, otherwise, along the line, this will hurt you. Okay? Then again, some of them will ask you for work experience certificates. Some of them want to say you have the experience which you claim you have, So you should be sure that wherever you're writing is the experience. Yes, the Gulf country mostly needs very experienced people, but still, there are rooms for beginners, for those who are just getting into the labor market newly. So do not be discouraged, but make sure you put in your CV in a way it presents you very well. Language and cultural requirements. Some persons think that in the Gulf country, if you can't speak Arabic, you will not be able to find a job. No, this is not true. English is widely spoken, and they are very smart people, they are very intelligent people, and a lot of them understand English. And those who don't understand English very well will be able to understand to the level of communication. In every organization you go to, you see a lot of people who speak English. So it's not really a problem. And again, the cultural differences is not still a problem. People think that they are not extremists. They are very sociable people and very friendly and welcoming. So it is also one of the best places you could ever think of working. Again, you should also know about the government regulations. Regulations changes. The kind of jobs that they may be employing, because most of the countries are trying to get their people doing some of the jobs which foreigners are doing. So from time to time, they upgrade or they update the website and make a list of jobs which are for their nationals and the jobs which they can employ foreign nationals. So you have to check this and ensure that you're applying for the right job. Again, you need to find out what is the labor market need. It is important to know the labor market need, because if you know the labor market need, it will help you to tailor your CV. For example, someone who read economics might have experience as a salesman, might have experience as maybe an admin, an accounting officer, a business analyst, and all that. So from the labor market need, you will decide how to tailor your CV and apply for the job. So it is important to know the labor market need. Again, I have these few advices. Number one, it is preferable to get a job before coming to the GCC. Yes, you can get a 2 years visa, pay some agent and get to the GCC, but you may remain unemployed for a long time. If you get a job, you are going to come strong. You will have all the things which I've named. You are going to have an accommodation, you're going to be having a car, you're going to have your bills paid, your electric bill, your fuel and all that. So mostly this is what you get from the GCC. But when you come here with some work visa and start looking for a job, you spend a lot of money paying for house rent. House rent is very expensive. So you spend a lot of money paying for house rents. And by the time you eventually get a job, you may not get the good job which you really deserve. So you realize that you're underpaid in your job, and you also don't get all the all the benefits. You may be very lucky also to get the benefits, but it is preferable to get a job before coming. Again, you need to know what the GCC CV format looks like. One of these days I'll be talking about the GCC CV formats, and we can look at it together. If you are able to tell your GCC, your CV, in the way their CV format is, it becomes very easy for you to get a job. Make your CV very simple. Do not make it so big. So many pages and all that. Well, if you have a lot of experience, then that's okay. If you're a beginner or a middle class employee, just make it simple. 1 to 2 pages and get the format rightly. It becomes easy for employer or potential employer to go through it quickly. Do not use agents. What happens is that the agents will take a lot of money from you, a lot of money, and at the end of the day, what they promise is not going to be true. Because he has taken money, he wants to make sure he gets you the visa. He's going to compromise a lot of things. Even if he's arranging a job for you, he's going to arrange a job that you will not really think is deserving for you, because he just wants to make sure you get there. But the truth about it is that the moment you get to the airport, that's the last time you hear from them. Another thing it could do for you is to take big money from you and send a driver to pick you up, and still upon arrival, you will not see him. The driver will drop you, and that is the end. You start looking for how to get an accommodation and stuff like that. So do not use an agent. Well, in summary, the GCC is a great place to work in. There are a lot of benefits, like I've mentioned before. You realize that sometimes if you work in other parts of in the Western world, you may not really earn the take home of what you get in the GCC country, even if your offer there is higher, because you're going to be having a free accommodation, you're going to be having transport, you're going to be having your non-tax, tax-free payments, you're going to be having free electric bill, free water bill, stuff like this. So you realize that you've actually gained a lot. Well, another thing is that education is not free, because the free education here is you may not want to enroll your children there because you want them to go to English speaking school, so you would have to enroll them in private school, and you pay a little high. So this is another disadvantage here, but give and take, I think it is a good venture to try in. So congratulations if you've listened to the end of this video, and like I said, I'm going to be bringing more strong information to you. Cheers.